مشاهدينا في كل مكان اهلا بيكم. احنا معاكم النهارده في ضيافه سعاده السفير ديان كاتراتشيف سفير جمهوريه بلغاريا لدى جمهوريه مصر العربيه. لقاءنا اليوم هيكون عن اهم المحطات الدبلوماسيه لسعاده السفير وايضا عن دوله بلغاريا، فابقوا معنا وتابعونا. مشاهدينا في كل مكان اهلا بكم. بيسعدنا ان نكون اليوم في ضيافه سعاده السفير ديان كاتراتشيف سفير جمهوريه بلغاريا لدى جمهوريه مصر العربيه. Your Excellency, please allow me to thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you so much. My pleasure to host you. أهلا وسهلا في سفارة بلغاريا.
Wow. Of course, hearing this Arabic words will make me start by the Arabic language that you already know, which I know that you already know. So please, Your Excellency, can you tell us about your studies before joining the diplomatic posts and diplomatic history of your career?
Yeah, I studied Arabic and Islamic studies already a long time ago, between 89 and 94 in the Sofia University. We are proud of our school of teaching Arabic and Islamic studies in Bulgaria, which just this year turned 50 years and has been offering programs at all levels, from the BA to masters and doctoral programs. And this year we celebrated this anniversary with a huge scientific conference that took place just last week in Sofia, in the Sofia University.
What attracted you to choose the Arabic language especially?
You know, at that time I was 18, 19 years old, and I was fascinated by this region, which is neighboring region to Southeast Europe, where Bulgaria belongs. And Bulgaria has always had excellent relations with the Arab world and has always been present in many Arabic countries, including Egypt historically. So this is what attracted me to study Arabic language, although at that time I didn't have a lot of idea what journey I will have to start, but it was worth it, and I'm really very satisfied. Now I have the rare chance to be an ambassador to Egypt, which is the country which is central and very representative of the Arab world, and it's really a rare chance to be here, and I'm enjoying very much my term here. I've been here for already 3.5 years.
Your Excellency, now I would like to ask about your diplomatic stations before coming to Egypt. So can you give us an idea about it?
Yes, I joined the diplomatic service in the year 2000 and started my job at the Middle East Directorate at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Sofia. At the end of the year, I was posted to Lebanon to serve as a political and press attaché there. I spent there 3 years. Then I returned to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, spending there 3.5 years, dealing with as a desk officer for Arabic countries, Libya, Iraq, Gulf states. I was dealing with our case, the Bulgarian nurses in Libya. It was a very interesting time. And then in the year 2007, I was posted to serve as a first secretary at our embassy in Berlin, Federal Republic of Germany. After serving there 3.5 years, I went back to the capital, to the department dealing with the Americas, North America. Especially, I was head of the division for the United States and Canada. after 2 years, I was posted to our embassy in Washington, D.C., where I served there for 2 years as a counselor, and then 3 more years as a deputy head of mission. I was dealing with our bilateral dialogue and relations with the United States, which is obviously very important relation for Bulgaria as a strategic partner to the United States. Then I returned to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. This is the normal diplomatic cycle, where I headed the division for Middle East for 1.5 years, Middle East and North Africa. And then I was promoted to become the director for Southeastern Europe, which is the most important region for Bulgaria. This is the region where Bulgaria belongs. It was an extremely interesting and important time for me, and it was very intensive work with all the neighboring countries and the countries in the region. Then I was promoted to become an ambassador to the Arab Republic of Egypt, which was always somewhere in my mind, in my dreams, and now these dreams fortunately comes true.
Pleasure to hear this from Your Excellency, of course. So now also I would like the people to know more about Bulgaria by telling us more information about the geographic location of the country and the beautiful nature that distinguish the country of Bulgaria.
So Bulgaria is located in southeastern Europe on the Balkan Peninsula. The name Balkan derives from the Balkan mountain that crosses Bulgaria from the western part of the country to the Black Sea. And Bulgaria has a very, very diverse nature and natural landscapes. We are proud of the beauty of our country, and we consider it, of course, as the most beautiful country in the world. In our national anthem, we glorify our homeland as the paradise on earth, or the promised land on earth. So the nature and the landscapes are very, very diverse and beautiful. We have high mountains, snow-capped peaks, lush forests, fertile valleys, foothills, plateaus, lakes, the Black Sea, with the Black Sea coast, and the picturesque beaches and dramatic cliffs. So overall, it's really very, very beautiful country, and it is one of the most biodiverse countries. It ranks second in Europe with regard to biodiversity, and it has a flourishing flora and fauna, which is really a paradise for photographers and for observers of wildlife. Bulgaria is very rich in mineral springs, and they have various temperatures and chemical composition. It's a second only to Iceland in Europe in this regard. We have very beautiful national parks. One of them is inscribed in the UNESCO list of natural sites. Is the Pirin National Park. We have the Rila National Park and the Central Balkans Natural Park. We have 11 reserves with unique flora and fauna.
I want to know, how did you make it so successful, beside, of course, having this beautiful nature in the country? Of course, there is some rules and some, let's say, some things that you already try to make it and keep it for the tourism sector in order to attract more people and to make the problems of the tourists less than any other country. Plus, I would like to know about the most historical and famous places in Bulgaria, please.
Right. So tourism is very important for Bulgaria. Bulgaria is one of the top tourist attractions in Europe, and especially in Southeastern Europe. And the tourism sector is a significant contributor to the economy, to the gross domestic product. It makes up between 7 and 10% of the GDP, of the gross domestic product. This year was a record year. We received 13 million foreign tourists in 24, and this brings some 7 billion euro of revenues, which is quite significant historically. And Bulgaria offers a unique combination between gorgeous, as I said, very well preserved nature and incredibly rich historical and architectural and cultural heritage. We have great archaeological sites. These are tombs, Thracian tombs, Roman cities, medieval fortresses and citadels. We have great architectural and cultural reserves and ethnographic reserves. We have very well kept and preserved artisanal villages in our country, remarkable churches, monasteries, mosques, synagogues, and we take proud of our winter and seaside resorts. Basically, it's a destination for all season. We have very famous spa resorts because of the abundance of mineral springs. And we offer traditional cuisine as well. And Bulgaria ranks third in Europe for cultural and architectural and historic heritage sites, just next to Italy and Greece.
That's very great to hear.
And we have some 40,000 registered historic monuments.
Okay.
So very emblematic for our country are the 10 sites that are listed in the UNESCO lists of World Heritage Sites. 7 of them are cultural and 3 of them are natural. The cultural ones, the most famous ones, are the Thracian tombs. In Kazanlak, it's in the center of the country. It dates from the 4th century BC. It is part of the so-called Valley of the Thracian Kings. We have also our Valley of the Kings in Bulgaria from the Thracians, from the Thracian people that inhabited our lands in the ancient times, between 4,000 since the fourth millennium BC. Bulgaria lands have been inhabited since the earliest historical times, and Bulgaria lands have always been at crossroads between Asia and Europe, conquered, influenced, governed by all kinds of different civilizations and cultures. Bulgarian people descend from peoples of different origins. Main ethnic elements that blended to form the ethnicity of the modern Bulgarians are the Thracians, the Slavs that came in the 7th century, emigrated to southeastern Europe, to the Balkans, and the Proto-Bulgarians. They settled also in the 6th to 7th century to our lands. In 681, they established the first Bulgarian state. In the English language, literature and historiography, it is referred to as the first Bulgarian Empire. This makes Bulgaria the oldest state in Europe. And it thrived, the first Bulgarian state thrived for more than 300 years. Then it was conquered by the Byzantine Empire for almost 200 years. In 1185, it was re-established with the second Bulgarian state that lasted until 1396, and then it fell to the Ottomans. and the third Bulgarian state was established in 1878. And very representative for Bulgaria, which distinguishes Bulgaria as a country from the other European countries, is the long-standing literal, cultural, and educational tradition. It was linked with the adoption of Christianity in 864, and then the creation of the alphabet. It is linked to the mission of the Saints Cyril and Methodius, the missionaries of Christianity. They had the mission by the emperor of the Roman Empire, of the Eastern Roman Empire, to spread the Christianity in Eastern Europe. They devised, for this reason, the glagolitic alphabet, glagolitic script. They translated the Bible and the Gospel and the Holy Books, and they spread it to the Eastern European peoples. Then, after their mission finished, and after their death, their disciples were welcomed by the kings of the first Bulgarian state. Their heritage was preserved. They supported them to establish centers of learning in our capital, Preslav, and in Ohrid, where they devised, on the basis of the Old Bulgarian language, the Cyrillic alphabet, named after the Saint Cyril. And this is how they introduced the new script to Bulgaria, the Old Bulgarian language, based on the Old Bulgarian language. It became the official language. It replaced the Greek language in Bulgarian and became official in the first Bulgarian Empire.
About when exactly did Bulgaria join the European Union, and what's the benefits that they gained from this joining or this membership?
Bulgaria joined the European Union in 2007. It was a long process. Since '89, our state has been transforming, and we were in a long and very difficult transition. We had to change our legislation. We had to perform economic structural reforms to put the basis of our economy on a market principle. It took decades. It was a struggle by the government, by the Bulgarian people. And in 2007, we managed to access the European Union, which is the most successful peace project in Europe ever. 3 years before that, we joined NATO in April 2004. Then on the 1st of, which gave us the guarantees for our security. 1st of January 2007, we joined the European Union, and we consider it as the greatest historical achievement for Bulgaria in the recent history of Bulgaria. Due to our membership in the European Union, this means that we are a member of the big union of the free nations, having free economies, democratic political system, respect of human rights, and of course economic prosperity. Bulgarians have never lived better historically in their history.
Your Excellency, thank you so much for having us today, and it was a pleasure having all this information that you shared with us about Bulgaria.
It was my pleasure. It's always a pleasure to host journalists and to speak about Bulgaria and Bulgarian-Egyptian relations.
Of course, sure. We'll have another episode to talk and time to talk about the Egyptian-Bulgarian relations. مشاهدينا في كل مكان، وبكده انتهى معكم لقائنا، وكنا في اليوم في ضيافة سعادة السفير ديان كاترشيف سفير جمهورية بلغاريا لدى جمهورية مصر العربية. بتمنى ان تكونوا تابعتوا معنا اللقاء وكل المعلومات اللي احنا تناولناها عن الدولة داخل هذه الحلقة، وان شاء الله في حلقة قادمة نتحدث فيها عن العلاقات المصرية البلغارية، فتابعونا والى اللقاء.